Hello entrepreneurs, welcome to another episode of Entrepreneur Fundamentals. My name is Robert Bitto. Today we're going to talk about big banks and how they relate to your business. Now we're all going to need bank accounts when we start our businesses, and most people go to the big banks to open up their accounts. And for bank accounts where the money flows in and the money flows out, big banks are okay. You know, everybody knows them, everybody recognizes them. But they are not the best place to go for financing for your business. In fact, I don't think that anybody in the big banking world gives small business loans anymore to people. And they're really chintzy with their lines of credit that they offer nowadays. When you talk to older people about their businesses and what they did when they were younger, which I advocate, I always say talk to an older person, talk to somebody who's had 50 years experience. Sometimes, a lot of the times, you hear in their stories that they started out, you know, in the early 70s or whatever, and they started their little machine shop, or they started their little store or whatever, and they got a small business loan from their bank. You know, they knew someone at the bank. They've been banking there for 10 years. They had a personal relationship. You know, during the times when bank accounts paid interest and you got a free toaster when you opened up an account, those days are way, way, way in the past. But that small business loans with banks, it's not an option anymore. You might have been reading literature, somewhat older literature. If you pick up entrepreneur books or anything that was written 15 years ago or older, which a lot of people still use references that are that old, you will see sections about how to apply for a small business loan. Before you put that plan together and go through all those steps, make sure that your bank even makes those kind of loans, because most of them don't. And most of them say they don't because it's high risk. High risk? What about credit default swaps? How about what happened in 2007, 2008? That wasn't risky, but funding someone's taco shop, yeah, that's a lot of risk to give a $50,000 loan or even less to a small business owner. Okay, I think I understand that. But anyway, my little commentary aside, don't waste your time with the big banks. And back to what I was saying about lines of credit. When the housing crisis happened, I was about 9 or 10 years into my business. I had a $50,000 credit line at a bank that I had used maybe 3 years into the business and then paid off the balance that I had. But I had a $50,000 credit line at my bank that evaporated. One day I just got a letter saying, you don't qualify for this anymore. It's over. And why? Their algorithm changed because of the changing times. You know, I have credit lines now, but not through major banks. There are other alternative ways to fund your business. That's a separate video, or a separate even series of videos on how to apply for alternative ways to finance. But I just want to make this brief video to say, stay away from the big banks. Don't even waste your time. Don't even waste your time if you're first time business startup, you know, you're doing this entrepreneurial journey for the very first time in your life. Bypass those banks. Forget about it. That's all I have to say on this subject. I hope you found it informative. And please remember to like and subscribe, share with your friends. And until next time, remember to always work hard, and may all of your entrepreneurial dreams come true.